The hunt for the Ho reproduction continues, and it is actually going a little better than I expected, to be honest, but now we're coming into a slightly more difficult stretch. Obviously, rank 1 tanks done and behind us, rank 2 tanks fully spaded, rank 3 tanks, which I'm working on now, I'm working on getting spaded, and we're researching the rank 4. I just need to get 6 of those to be able to move into rank 5, and then 2 tanks to research, 1 being a prerequisite, and then second being the Ho reproduction. That's what we're looking at so far, but I do believe I'm in position to get this tank before it goes away on September 1st. In my other video about this, where I laid out the attempt for the challenge, and I say challenge, but now I'm realizing it might not be that difficult after all, now that I've gotten into it, and I think everyone's doing this, so I don't think I'm particularly special. It is funny when we look at the queues for who's in what nation, and you can see the blob has moved from rank 1 to rank 2 to rank 3 and now into rank 4. More Japanese players than this game has ever seen, I'm guessing. Japanese being players playing Japan, not actual Japanese players. But they could be, you never know. That'd be interesting. That'd be a neat quirk. Who knows? So like I said, at filming this, I spaded rank 2, spaded most of rank 3. All I had left for a long time was the Cheeto and the Cheeto Late. And the 2 anti-airs, the M19A1 and the M42, which I learned through this is called a duster. We looked up why. Turns out it's called a duster because it drove around a lot and kicked up a lot of dust. We had speculated at first that it may have been named for some American famous hero or soldier, as a lot of American vehicles get nicknames for, but nope, just a tank that caused a lot of dust, like a Wile E. Coyote, I guess. Slightly amusing. What I found interesting is that what I've been seeing in this endeavor actually confirms a lot of what the audience has been saying over and over about my approach to this journey to spade everything in the game. And that's that playing one nation exclusively and making a lot of advancements in that one tree does have, it seems, a positive impact on my gameplay. Now, yes, I have still snuck in a few last place finishes here and there, but not typically because they get dominated, but because some of these Japanese tanks, when they're stock, are so slow in these big maps, and my teammates are so good, I simply couldn't make it to the action in time. I mean, I know there was one match where I had 0 deaths, 0 damage done to me, 0 damage done to the other team, so 0 kills obviously, no objective captures, and of course no assists. I did nothing, I literally just drove around the entire time trying to get in the fight, and for whatever reason I just couldn't do it. But overall, my performance has been improving. I'm staying alive through most of the match, unless I play real stupid, which I still do sometimes. I mean, I'll get bored, or I'll get sloppy, or I'll get too ambitious, and then I'll push forward when I shouldn't push. Then of course I get shot, and then I'm like, well, what else did I expect possibly to happen? Of course I would have gotten shot. But because I am using the same tanks with the same guns and the same armor profiles over and over and over, I'm actually surviving a bit better and getting a few more kills, which has been great for my research and also for my own personal enjoyment. So from what I hear, my next endeavor is going to be a research sprint for Germany, and then I do actually have a lot of planes to catch up on. I think that's when I switch to air realistic. I want to match my plane BR to my ground BR so I can do some casts eventually. But at any rate, I am playing a bit better. I mean, maybe it's just Japan, or maybe it's just Japan in these ranks. I don't know. But for these Japanese tanks, the short version for me is that rank 2 was pretty fun. Rank 3, well, early rank 3 was pretty painful, and then late rank 3 was good. The anti-airs in rank 3 are going to torture me. Again, the M19A1, the M42 Dust, those 4.0s. And I'm really looking forward to rank 4. That's the short version. Diving into rank 2, the Chiha Kai, the Honi, both the 1 and the 3, great tanks. The Chihei and the Chiha Long Gun, huge fan. And the Soki was actually strong enough to be a very effective tank killer as well as anti-air. I do think I killed more tanks than planes, obviously, with it. So I had a really good time in rank 2, flew right through it. When I got to rank 3, this was my first real experience in an actual light tank in a really long time, I think. It was the M24 Chaffee, the Japanese version. And if we're thinking back to tanks that were named for famous American military heroes, Chaffee, there you go. So I had a good time with that. But then the Chinu and the Nato, both at 3-3, were a massive pain. The Nato, for what it is, the gun feels so wildly underpowered, and it's so immobile, especially when it's stock and you don't have any upgrades, which is, of course, how I play most of my tanks. So I had a real tough time getting that one going. And the Chinu honestly feels the same way, simply because the turret traverses so slowly and it moves so slow that it's practically a tank destroyer. You can't play it like a tank at all, but also the gun wasn't strong enough to justify the bad mobility. And then I mentioned those two anti-airs, the M19A1, M42. These might be the first vehicles that I don't spade before I move on. I'll come back to them, of course, but I've got to get into rank 4 so I can speed up the research toward the Ho reproduction. So honestly, as soon as I finish spading the Cheeto and the Cheeto late, I'll probably move on from those two anti-airs and just come back to them once the Ho re is unlocked. And the Cheeto tanks, they're not bad. I mean, they're not great, but they're functional. And rank 4 is where it seems like it gets really fun. I mean, that 5-7 lineup that Japan has looks pretty good. I'm excited for it. And so that's where I'm at in this journey. I only really have to research and purchase, I think, maybe 6 or 7 more tanks. I've got one of the rank 4 tanks already, that 5-3 anti-air. I'll get the rest of the 5-7 lineup, and then I'll decide from there how much more I'm going to do. If I'm going to keep the path going and just unlock all of the rank 4 tanks first and then go to the rank 5, or if maybe I see a time crunch is coming on, so I sprint to unlock the Ho reproduction and then round the rank out later on. Maybe with a week or so left to go, once we're in crunch time, I'll make that decision. Until then, I'm just going to put some time in, continue, unlock, spade. Perfect world, I'll just get it as it comes naturally. So that is the status of the 1 month rank 1 to rank 5 Japan ground tech tree pursuit. I will say it's going a bit quicker than I expected, but again, I know as I get into rank 4, things slow down dramatically. So maybe I shouldn't get ahead of myself with this egregious jinx. I'll give it a couple days. And also, I have to lose like 5 days to go live real life outside World Thunder. Who knew that existed? But I'm confident, I'm positive, I'm having a real good time, and I'm excited to get this tank in my lineup before they choose to take it away forever. But that is all we have for today. That's the end of the video. I appreciate you watching, appreciate your support along this hot pursuit of a limited time tank. If you want to join me for some of these matches, please join the Discord. Link is in the description. Either way, we'll see you next time. And until then, this is Mediocre Thunder signing off.